So, osteopath Katie and superstar Steb, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Good stuff. Sebastian, can you just tell us a bit of information as to what brought you here in the first place?
I suffered an injury at rugby at school and I didn't know what it was. I didn't get much help with trying to find how it was.
So what were your symptoms? What were you struggling with at the time?
At first I couldn't walk. I was constantly feeling pain while stepping and yeah.
So Katie, what was the experience, what was the process that you went through?
So when Seb first came in, he was really unable to fully weight bear at all on the leg. So it was quite concerning seeing him come in and literally, he was limping quite badly, wasn't he? You couldn't really put any weight through the leg. So we did a full assessment of the knee and we did, active and passive ranges of movements, and then we did a list of orthopaedic tests where we tested all the different structures in the knee. And when we did that, it became quite clear that the meniscus and the medial ligaments, the ligaments on the inside of the knee, were quite inflamed and quite irritated. So at that point, we kind of went ahead and started managing it, didn't we? And I gave you some advice and got you some crutches, and that was kind of the start of the process.
So how did you step by step map Seb's back into active sport again?
So it was a bit of a process, wasn't it, really? We started with, he had the crutches and he was, even though sometimes he was non-weight bearing because of the pain was pretty bad, but I did encourage him to weight bear with both crutches. And then it was getting him from both crutches to just using the one of the crutches. And even while he was still using the crutches, we did quite a lot of stuff in terms of rehab of what he could still be doing to keep the knee conditioned and help it with the best recovery possible. And within those first couple of appointments, I think your parents were still quite concerned about it, so they did go ahead and have some imaging done on the knee. By this point, we were probably maybe a couple months in. So by the time that Seb did have the imaging on the knee, it actually showed that there was nothing wrong with the knee at that point. So I like to think that the work you'd put in that early on had really kind of paved the pathway for it to heal and recover pretty quickly, to be honest. And then after that, after you had the imaging, we kind of phased you off of the crutches and we started to introduce load to the knee with the rehab and getting back to a point where he can return to play with cricket and rugby.
So what can you do now, Seb?
I can do quite a lot of things. I'm starting to get back into sports at school. I'm also starting to get back into sports outside of school. It's very different to how it was at the start of the year. Just feel sort of more, in a way, more powerful. I can do more things.
Is that because of the strength work that you've been doing?
Yeah.
And your confidence, do you feel like your confidence has returned?
Yeah.
Amazing. So Seb, if someone says to you that they're suffering from pain, they're suffering from an injury, where are you going to tell them to go?
Revitalise.
Thank you.